our culminating project for our MAP Skills Social Studies activity on the 5 themes of geography. This project is called the Immigration Project or the Immigrant Project, and in this you're going to find out about your family's history and a little bit about how your family came to the United States. Now, in some cases, it might be your grandparents that came to America from a different country, or your great-grandparents. Other people might be your parents. We've even had students themselves come to America for the first time. So you're going to do a little voyage into your own family history to find out your family's immigration story. So you're going to schedule an interview with somebody who knows the immigrant story. They don't have to be the immigrant, they just have to know your family's story a little bit. So I'm going to take you through the interview process and what you're going to do and what you're going to ask and when everything is due. And at the end of the interview, when it's due, we're going to start making a little flip book that I'll share with you in another video. So this sheet right here is your interview sheet, and all of you are going to get one. And in this interview sheet, you're going to have already scheduled who you're going to talk to. So you'll put your name on the top. You're going to put the name of the person that you're interviewing and who the person is that they're going to be talking about. They could be talking about themselves, or they could be representing somebody else in the family. But this person is the person you're going to have an interview with. You have a choice. You can do a face-to-face interview, you can do a phone interview, or if you want to do a video conference, you can do that as well. Email is a little tough because you can't actually have that interaction. So that would be if you really have no way of getting in touch with that person. So here is what you'll do. You'll write down when you're going to interview, and it's always polite to call them in advance and schedule it. You don't just want to call them up and say, can we have an interview? It's polite to call and schedule it in advance, maybe a day in advance, figure out a time, and you're going to want about a half an hour's time. You'll have this sheet in front of you, and you'll have a paper copy of it given to you by your teacher. And here are the interview questions. First, you'll start with an introduction. You'll say, hi there, I'm doing a project for social studies and I need your help. You'll just read this through. And then you're just going to ask the questions that are here and see how much information you can get about the immigrant in the family. If you can't get all of the information, you can't get all the questions answered, that's okay. Don't worry about it. If the person can't answer it right away and maybe they can look it up or ask somebody else and get information, that's okay too. You're going to try to get as many questions answered about your family's immigrant story as you can. And you can see there's 13 questions in here, all about all the different reasons that he or she came to America, where they came from, what life was like there and what life is like here. If you have any photographs or artifacts, which are like birth certificates or awards, or maybe they have some letters, anything like that that you want to use, you feel free. Some families in the past have done this, and they had a lot of fun with it. It became like a real nice family heirloom that they kept in the family, these projects, when they're in their finished state. And I'll share some of that with you. So we're going to ask you to have conducted and filled out this interview sheet by Monday, the 26th of October. So that's a week from Monday. And again, if you can't get all the questions answered, that's okay, but just try to get as much as you can. If you have any trouble, reach out to your teacher and we'll be able to help you get yourself started. So I look forward to seeing all of the great immigrant stories, and more information to follow once you're done with this. See you later, guys. It was good talking to you, and see you soon.